Hello soupers! Today we're going to be making one of my favorite soups of all times, Italian wedding soup. This soup is a two-part process as we have to make the soup and the pastinas separate from our turkey meatballs. So let me explain the ingredients. For the soup, we're going to have eggs, chicken broth, spinach, pastina, carrot, and a little bit of onion. And for the turkey meatballs, we have ground lean turkey breast, breadcrumbs, pecorino romano cheese, garlic, parsley, and also a little bit of onion. You want to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. To save yourself a little time, you want to boil a pot of water because you need to hard boil eggs for this soup. We're going to make the turkey meatballs first. Step one, you want to dice about half an onion into nice small pieces. You want to place the onion into a sauté pan. Next step is to chop 3 to 4 cloves of garlic very fine. Add the garlic to the onions. Add 2 teaspoons of olive oil to your pot. Turn up the heat and we're going to saute until translucent. It's been 2 minutes and our onions and garlic are done. So I'm just going to turn off the heat. Okay, so for our turkey meatballs, we're first going to start with our ground turkey breast, and we need a nice big mixing bowl. Add the turkey breast to the mixing bowl. You want to chop up all the parsley. This is the nice secret ingredient, one of the secret ingredients for the turkey meatballs. And add that along to the turkey breast. Gonna add breadcrumbs. Next is the delicious sauteed onion and garlic. My other secret ingredient, pecorino romano cheese. It's so good in here. And I'm gonna crack my eggs and add them along here too. You want to stir this mixture around really nice. And you don't even want to be afraid to just roll up your sleeves and work this with your hands. My grandmother always used to say, never be afraid to get dirty in the kitchen. So I'm going to turn off this camera, and that is what I'm going to do to expedite this process. The magic of some good camera work. So I've mixed up my turkey meatball mixture. I'm ready to put them on the baking pans and get them into the oven. So the key to rolling these up is you just want a nice, very nice small meatball. For your soup. Just about that big. It can even be a little smaller if you'd like. So I'm going to roll this entire pan up. So we've got our turkey meatballs on the tray, and I'm just going to put them into the oven for about 7 minutes because they're really tiny. My water is at a roaring boil, and I'm going to put my eggs in to hard boil them. And I'm using 5 eggs. Peel and chop your onion. Add the onion to the soup pot. Chop the carrots into small bite-sized pieces. Add the carrots to your soup pot. Add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Turn up your heat and saute. So I've cooked my turkey meatballs for about 7 minutes or so. And they don't have to be completely done because we're going to throw them into the soup, but I just like to put them into the oven for a couple minutes first, just so they solidify. So this looks good to me. Another thing you're going to want to do in preparation for the Italian wedding soup is to boil a pot of water for the pastina. So I've got a pot of water on my burner, turn my heat on to high, and I'm going to cover it. So our carrots and onion have been sauteing for just about 2 to 3 minutes, and it's time to turn down our heat to either low or medium low. And next we're going to add our chicken broth. And as this simmers, we're also going to add our turkey meatballs. So our water's at a rapid boil. We're going to add the pastina. And this just takes about 4 minutes or so to cook. So we have our finished hard-boiled eggs. You want to let them cool for a bit. And then you want to break them open. Take the shell off. Chop them up. And now I'm going to add the eggs into my soup. Next, I'm going to wilt the spinach into the soup, just a little bit at a time. And I want to stir it around, and then whenever it wilts in, I'll add a little bit more. So I cooked and drained my pastina, and I'm going to keep this separate from the soup. And the reason why I do this is because whenever you add a bunch of pastina to the soup, it actually soaks up all the liquid. So my little party trick is I just add my pastina right before I'm ready to serve. I add a little pastina to the bowl and then I add the soup broth. And that seems to work out really well. As you can see, our spinach is all wilted in to our Italian wedding soup and we are ready to serve this and taste it. My favorite time. The first step into serving this is just to put a little pastina in your bowl. And next you add your soup right on top of the pastina. So let's try it and see how it tastes. That's amazing. Reminds me of my childhood. So yummy. Happy souping!